A dude talks shit about your chick, your wife, your girl, mother of your kids, whatever it is. What are we going to do? Do we stand there and act crazy and let it go like plenty of us have to do sometimes? Or do we go up there and smack a guy and let's see what happens?
So what's your podcast?
The Coach HP Show.
I love it. Coach HP.
HP,
I like it,
what
man.
a vibe. You got a great vibe going on. We're happy we can meet you.
Great energy.
We go 3, 2, 1, boom, and we're back. What's up, everybody? It's your coach. Welcome back to the #1 positivity slanging show on the internet right now, the Coach HP Show. We got a big one today. Will Smith. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. Today, March 28th, we're talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. So many ways to go about this, so many angles, so many things to talk about. I got celebrity reactions. I got Will Smith's reaction, Chris Rock's reaction after. Is Will Smith now officially a YouTuber because you're not part of the Hollywood bullshit anymore where people just laugh and see people and they do stuff like that, you know, and they're like, oh, it's okay, it's funny, and we're all cool. So let's get right into this thing, man. I always think that when stuff happens, there's a lesson for everybody, and especially for kids and teenagers and young adults, man. What's going on here? And I hate the fact that they censor this kind of stuff because this is something that needs to be talked about. This is something that needs to be talked about. A dude talks shit about your chick, your wife, your girl, mother of your kids, whatever it is. What are we going to do? Do we stand there and act crazy and let it go like plenty of us have to do sometimes? Or do we go up there and smack a guy and let's see what happens? That's the choice of all this. Do we be the bigger person and just swallow it there and let your girl deal with it? Or do we go up there and do something about it? And then now everybody's talking about that thing. Everybody's talking about this more than the guy winning the Academy Award itself. So, couple things. Will Smith. Me and Will Smith used to have the same acting coach in Los Angeles, a guy by the name of Aaron Spicer, who's a savage, man, who's the best. Will Smith came one time and talked to the class. You cannot find a better dude, a better guy than Will Smith. Is he perfect? None of us are perfect, but you can't find a better dude, man. And it seems that the only thing he's ever been poked at in his life is this thing with his marriage with Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett, never met her, seemed like a great woman, seems like she's honest, flawed heavily with a lot of things, dealing with a lot of things. It almost seems like their marriage was unique to them. They had certain arrangements, certain stuff. Those have always been the rumors. When you have marriages that are kind of out there, a little bit non-traditional, stuff like this tends to happen. Ironically, this past year, she came out admitting she cheated on Will Smith. I don't know if they had a break. I don't know the too much of details of that. Will Smith's destroyed there, just literally crying as he's hearing this in the Red Table Talk, which is an honest place to be when you got to go to places like that, you know. Both of them crossing that line from Hollywood to now this world, our world, which is the no bullshit world. Where, yeah, some people might bullshit on this, but now you get called out on stuff. Now you're reading comments. Now you're letting people in because you want an audience. You want to share your truth. You want to share something, which is awesome. But now you're in the real world. It's not where you do a movie and you answer a couple bullshit foreign press questions and you go here, there, and that's it. Now you got to deal with stuff. Now you're seeing comments. Now you're in this world, which is how I think and how I view this. This is the future. While less and less people want to deal with the Hollywood bullshit and that kind of thing, this is us taking our action into our own hands. Put on a camera and we talk, man. And people either like it, they don't, they comment, and I love this. So 2016, at Dezo Williams, gotta give a shout out to at Dezo Williams. He posted this 2016.
Jada's gonna boycott the Oscars. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited.
Chris Rock tried Jada, tried her, and maybe Will Smith ate that one. He stayed quiet, whatever it was, 2016. Now here in 2022, as this happens, right? It's weird how it starts because you have Will Smith kind of doing the bullshit laugh, like, oh, laugh that he gets sometimes. It's just trying to be Mr. Funny Guy, whatever. But the minute that the joke hits about Jada Pinkett Smith being in G.I. Jane 2, obviously unknown to a lot of people. Maybe Chris Rock knew, maybe he didn't. She's going through, I think it's called alopecia or something, a hair sickness or a sickness that's causing her hair to fall out, which is super hard. Listen, I'm very vulnerable to that. I'm very empathetic. I'm saying empathetic to that. I'm sure for a woman it's super empathetic to deal with hair loss. That must be very, very difficult. Chris hits her with that jab. She's kind of there. She kind of rolls her eyes up like, this guy again getting stupid, right?
I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
What I think happened here, and the cameras don't capture this part, right? Right before that, you see Will laughing. You see her roll the eyes up like whatever, right? As soon as it pans back to Chris, what I think happened there is, and maybe this is me taking a guess, the issues that they have had in their relationship is Will not having her back enough. Is maybe Will being too Hollywood and be like, babe, relax, listen, let's make millions and millions of dollars and forget these dudes, forget these clowns or whatever, right? And maybe that's the issue you have in the past. And I think what happened there is Will looked at her. Jada was like, you're not going to do anything again? And the dude just said, oh, no, I'm going to do something right now. So he walks up there. When he's walking up there, listen, Chris messed up. He's standing there. He's taking it like a man. He just sat there and was like, oh, here's Richard Williams or whatever the guy's name is. He thought he was talking, the character was coming up, and he gets smacked. Traditionally, comedians get a break. Comedians always get a pass because they're comedians and they can make fun of people without backlash. But it's a dude's chick. It's a dude's chick. And I've gone to one comedy show to my boy Andrew Schultz, who's a beast, but he operates the same way. He makes fun of the crowd, ethnicity-wise, race-wise, sexuality-wise, stuff like that. He makes fun of it in a very good way, but he does that. All it takes is one person taking the joke the wrong way, that they went there to see comedy, not on themselves, but on other people, to do something like that. A lot of people in the comments are saying, on Twitter, saying, would he have done that if it was The Rock? That's interesting. The fact that a 6'2", 3 dude slaps a little comedian, that has his little thing to itself. But the reason why I think this is important for kids to see is because we have to teach children, teenagers, young adults, people that play on social media, that if you play with fire, you try people, you poke the bear, you attack people, this can happen back. Something like this can happen back, and then you can't get upset. You can't go, oh, well, I was just joking, and it was a comment, and it was just... That's the problem with going after people. Now, a bunch of people are saying that Will Smith showed no self-control. Shame on Will Smith. That from being laughing to being fake to now having to defend his wife, that's all Hollywood fakeness or whatever it is. And I can understand that. I'm a fan of self-control. Listen, I'm a fan of controlling your emotions all the time. But I come from a violent background. If anybody knows me, I come from a violent background. So I'm an anti-violence guy. I don't like it. That's why I don't joke with people. When I was in the locker room in baseball, I never joked with other guys, whatever, because I never knew that line. Because once you started with me and I opened that line up, then I'm coming at you. And if there's one thing you notice with a lot of people is they love to give it, to dish it, but they hate to take it. And I'm a guy that if you're going to dish it and I leave it there, and once I go, and I'm not stopping till I get to the right thing. You might have to kill me. You might beat me up. You might drop me. You might destroy me. But I'm coming at you. That's known. If I'm coming, I'm not going to go halfway. I'm not going to do this and that. And I think Will Smith got put in a situation, now especially that he's in YouTube world majority of the time, that he's being more real and seeing more real people. And this bullshit about people with the censoring and the this and the that, it's not real, guys. It's not real. The more honest we are with ourselves when we mess up, the more honest we are with ourselves when it's like, dude, it's uncomfortable. This guy just tried me in front of the world. Then I sit back down and I let him know why. I go, man, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And the fact that I'm using the fucking is letting you know that I'm not messing around. This ain't Hollywood, ha, ha, ha.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
You know what I'm saying? And then you have the older, more wiser, more relaxed people. You have Denzel come up at some point during the break and talk to Will. Obviously, Will's emotional because, man, you don't want to be put in an uncomfortable situation. You don't want to slap a guy, especially it being Chris Rock, because you think about, man, the culture and what they've done for the movement and et cetera, et cetera. It's just a lot of things there where people are like, dude, Will Smith lost. Chris Rock definitely lost, got slapped, whatever. They give him credit for standing up there and taking it. He almost hints at a point that, oh, I could say something, but I'm just not to. And then he just goes back into the thing. And so there's so many of that emotions, right? But what I take about this is, if you're going to talk shit about somebody, about somebody's girl, somebody's family, prepared to get slapped, prepared to put yourself in an awkward situation, if that's what you're going for. So what do I tell kids? What do I tell parents of kids that are like, oh, I don't want my kids to see this? No. Hey, buddy, here's the lesson for today. You make fun of somebody. You make fun of somebody's girl. You make fun of somebody's kids, somebody's dog, whatever it is. You might get slapped in front of the world. If you're okay with that, then go for it, man. If you're not, then don't do stuff like that. Don't take it personal. Don't take it to a place where you give people an opening to embarrass you in front of the world. I'm super curious to hear what you guys have to say, man, in the comments below. Keep giving it to me. We had great reviews on the Trump Milk podcast. A lot of people talking about stuff. Listen, I don't agree with half the things. I agree with some of the things. But the fact that we can have these conversations, that's what's important. Where you guys give your comments and I'm going to answer them. I tried my best. I think I answered every single one. Where it was almost like 1,000. I answered every single one. Super important for me to give you guys a voice too, because this isn't blue check world and where majority of people just high five the highest of the people in the world and nobody cares about the little people anymore. Us. That's me, man. Nobody cares about us. It's literally super big and that's it. So I want to give us a voice. I want to give us stuff to talk about. And being the little people is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all, because we're going hard and we're doing our thing and we're making things happen and we're happy. And the two things we can control at the end of the day, effort and attitude, we're doing it the right way. It's your coach. Thank you guys so much for the love, for the support. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, keep going hard and doing your thing. And if you try somebody and get personal and message them about their wife, their kids, you might get slapped in front of the world. See you on the next one.